Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Road Sodas. We haven't done one of these in a while.
I mean, it's like you just said that. It was like you just said it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So it's called professionalism.
Yeah, that's cool.
This was only the 97th take we did for that intro.
Yeah. And it feels kind of weird to record this, even though, I mean, technically we still haven't recorded 100 yet. We still need to record that.
Well, this, in all essence, this is
listen.
Road Sodas in name only because of the 100th episode.
That sounds right.
So, for those of you who forgot, because we haven't done Road Soda in a while, Road Soda started because of COVID.
It was we did over Zoom for a bit there.
Well, that was the whole point, because I remember you mentioned a long time ago, and we talked about it. This show is always designed to be a conversation in person about beer, and it felt weird having to do like Zoom calls and phone calls and stuff like that. So we decided like this isn't a proper episode because we were all staying in place, and
ideally it's made to be a short format as well. It's supposed to be just a very quick, like, hey, here's a topic, let's talk about it, and then the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Where our normal ones on, if you listened before, and Zach's here with us, by the way, he's listened before and he knows we just ramble on about crazy shit all the time. And so, this is idea more of just a very concise topic.
Well, I think because I think this is the 12th episode of Road Sodas.
Okay.
Possibly.
We'll go with that. If not, we have to edit it out. It's going to be Ed's voice and then maybe be like 14.
Yeah. 55. All of them were up until 11, I think, were all some sort of Zoom format.
Right.
Because there was various ones where you were in different rooms of your house.
Garages.
Including
bedrooms.
The garage.
Yeah, I was in the garage one time. You hear traffic and stuff. Outside in the backyard once. Stuff.
We did one with Rob.
We did. Because that was because he called me on like a Sunday and was like, "Hey, can you release an episode tomorrow on Monday?" And I was like, "That's pretty quick, Rob. We can record tomorrow and then I guess we can release it tomorrow." I don't know. It was really fast. It was very quick. So, it's a good format to do that. So Ed, you said you had a topic for us.
I do. So I went. So and now that Road Sodas is kind of not what it was.
We're back.
I went with a travel theme.
Oh,
because obviously, for those who don't know, Road Soda is an alcoholic beverage on the road
that you partake in.
Not when you're not driving.
Yeah, you're usually the passengers of the car doing road sodas. It's one for the road.
And it's not just a can, right? You have to have it incognito. Like you have to have like a sippy cup or a solo cup or something. If you get pulled over or somebody sees you drinking it, they wouldn't immediately recognize that you're drinking.
Yeah. What's that giant
put in a Burger King cup?
What's that stovepipe of beer you council, sir? You're like, I don't mind that. Don't mind that.
The Heineken mini keg.
You should look at these handguns instead. Like just be totally distract them for something.
So I don't know about you, but when I travel, road trip and or flights, especially flights, there's one thing I buy that I never buy any other time in my life. Do you know what that is?
Duty-free liquor.
No, because you can't get duty-free liquor in every airport or gas station on a road trip.
That seems weird.
I'm going to show you what it is.
You're going to the wrong places, Ed. I guess that's the better way to put it. You're going to the wrong places. That's the places you should go. He's going to show me. You got a book? What are all those blue tabs?
Oh, that's my show notes.
Oh my god!
So
Ed actually prepared for this show. This seems weird.
It's a magazine.
Okay,
Zach, you might be a little young for this, but this is a magazine. They put words on pictures on paper.
So like they printed the internet?
Yeah, it's a printed version of the internet that's immediately outdated.
It's just full of ads.
But the only time
the internet, so that's fine.
The only time I buy a magazine is when I get on a plane or take a long road trip.
Or we're in it.
Oh yeah, that too.
You buy 7 of them.
So this is the Phoenix Magazine Best of issue.
Oh, okay.
And I highlighted, Chris mentioned, there's blue Post-it notes hanging out everywhere. All out of this.
Everywhere.
And I highlighted all the beer-related best ofs.
All right.
So we're not going to go through the whole magazine because I don't think you care about the best sports figure, although we can't go over that.
All right. Well, Zach is here. He likes sports sometimes. He's a sports guy.
Yeah.
He's our sportscaster.
Yeah. He's our cub reporter for sports.
Yeah, that's how it works.
But before that, we are drinking beers.
We are.
Chris, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a double dry hopped, was this King Soup?
King Soup?
King Soup from Temple and Goliath, man. No, so like every time I go, Guys, it's another episode. We had to talk about Travers. Every time I go to Travers, I walk by the area where they have all the Top and Goliath stuff, and I'm like, no, that's Pseudo Sue, that's King Sue. I've had those before. Or before in the past, you'd be like, I'm gonna grab fucking all this shit. Now I'm like, it's just normal bullshit. But when they have this, I'm like, oh, that's fucking rare. I grab a 4-pack of it.
Trevor's has some good stuff lately. I mean, they had Rare Brewing. Is it Rare? R-A-R?
Yeah.
Rar. I always say
Rare.
Rare, but I think it's Rare.
Could be.
They had a couple of Beer Zombie beers. Yeah. They have like Cerebral. They had a Jester King can. I was like, holy shit! I didn't even know Jester King made cans.
I know. I would keep waiting for this to get the Jester King. Was it the Rubeus one for them?
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, please, let's get some of that because that looks really good.
But Trevor's is actually appropriate to the show.
Oh, is it on that list?
Hint, hint.
Oh, man.
Foreshadowing or spoiler.
Weird.
Probably more spoiler.
They deserve every single kudos they got.
Zach, what are you drinking? I know it's old.
No, it's not. That's
no, it's
like, that's like,
for a change, it's not. It's actually the newest Spellbinder.
Oh, the newest one.
Yep.
Oh, I'm colorblind. It's green. It's blue, not green, right?
Yeah, what color is that dress?
I was looking at it's purple.
Yeah, no, that's the newest one, man. That's the...
Yep.
I thought it was an old Matueka one.
No, that's the latest hotness from them.
This has, what is this? How would Nate say this?
Waimea.
Waimea?
Waimea?
I don't know.
No, you said how would Nate say it? That's why I said it that. I don't know. He would also read the whole can if we had it, so. Ed,
Spellbinder.
What do you got over there?
I have from Throne Brewing, which is also show appropriate. Hint, hint. Tangerine 50/50. I went old school with a lactose milkshake IPA on this wonderful, brisk
That doesn't
Arizona day.
I tried some of that. It doesn't taste like lactose in there at all.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
I mean, it's a good thing now. Like, I'm kind of over the lactose thing. Like,
We've
IPAs...
been over lactose for quite a while.
Yeah, like, IPAs, I'm like, man, that got over real fast. And then, like, the sours, it wasn't too bad. But then, like, after a while, you're like, I don't want lactose in there either. I just want a nice, wild, sour, just something that's very, very clean. That's sour, if that makes sense.
A sour stout?
That would be delicious.
No.
Well, listen, you didn't enjoy it. Nate enjoyed it.
Spoiler alert, best podcast is not us.
Well,
This
is over. This is over. Let's leave, guys.
We weren't even nominated, and I blame Zach for that because anybody can nominate somebody.
I sent it a letter.
Did you send it to your congressman, or who did you send it to?
That's how it works, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought about doing the voting stuff, but you have to like put in your email address, and it's all that complicated bullshit. It's like I just let me click a vote. Like, no, this isn't for real. Like, I don't need to be a verified vote.
That's so silly. Well, maybe next year. Maybe somebody listening to the show can nominate us because we don't know how technology works.
I mean, we've been in the magazine before.
We have. Maybe we should talk to somebody in the magazine about being in the magazine again.
Yeah. Like, look, this is us from, and I have it behind me.
It's over here. He's going to grab it. Ed wants to play coy, but that's actually his stack of Phoenix magazines that he has. He has
my
subscription over there. He's going to go through the Rolodex of...
This is in the 2019 Top Doctors issue.
Dude, you don't even have a board backer or plastic on that
from
thing?
April 2019 is when we were featured in here.
Yeah.
Also, this best of is also the top dentist, I think. I don't know what's with Phoenix Magazine or rating medical professionals.
Yeah, well, we should have been on that one.
Us
and doctors. Yeah, us and doctors go together.
Yeah. So where do you want to start? With the beer, obviously.
Yeah, start with the beer.
This is the Reader's Choice section.
Start in the back.
So from the way I think it works is, so do I. I always read magazines from the back. So it seems like you can nominate people, and then they do the editors, writers pick.
Oh, okay.
For like the actual picks, and then they have like
sense.
the Reader's Choice section, which is like you can go and vote.
So it's like the Rotten Tomatoes versus Metacritic type of situation.
Basically, I think so.
Okay.
And look, it's beer.
Sticky notes. Wow, that's a really big. See a big giant red can over there.
Yeah, it's Irish Red from Fate.
Oh.
I don't know where that's at, but
I don't think I've ever seen that can anywhere.
I haven't either.
It's a very old stock photo they got.
The thing about give Phoenix Magazine credit is they've actually made an effort to include like craft beer, because before it was just like, oh look, here's a brewery that you should probably go to. You can tell they You just did like a Google search for breweries.
Yeah, right. And they were at Roll and Woody when we were there. Like they were doing that contest.
Well,
right
yeah, they're
there.
doing the Arizona Craft Beer Awards.
They do the beer awards. So yeah, I mean they're
which they're doing again.
It's awesome. I know. I can't wait. We need to go back to that.
So do you want to do categories?
This is your segment. You tell me.
Here's the funny thing. I bought the magazine, but I could have easily just did this by looking at the website and got all this information.
It's so sad.
What, that I made the effort or spent the money?
Yes.
I guess appropriate to what I'm drinking, best milkshake IPA. Give you one guess.
Is it Arizona only? Or is it general?
Phoenix Magazine. Well, I mean the Valley.
Well,
it's the best of the Valley.
Okay.
So Flagstaff's out, Tucson's out.
Milkshake IPA?
Yeah. There's only one that you can think of.
Try about like it's hot?
Yeah, well, one that is made still.
Currently in production one. No, I have no idea. What?
Dreamsicle.
Oh, that is a...
Which we had and did not like.
No, it was awful. It was really bad.
Zach, you're a big Arizona Wilderness fan. You had the last Dreamsicle, right?
No, I skipped it.
How dare you?
Wow. Yeah, I saw my buddy, and he was like, yeah, we should come out there. And he's been in craft beer for a long time. He's a bar manager at a Holland Brewing in Michigan, and I was thinking about he's going to come out. And I'm like, hey, well, what places you want to go to? And he was like, well, Ren, for sure. I was like, yeah, definitely Ren. We should go to Ren. And then he was like, there's another place. I was like, please don't say Wilderness. Please don't say. And he goes, Arizona Wilderness? I was like, we can't go to Wilderness. I'm sorry, we can't go there. I'm like, listen, 5 years ago, you would have been amazing. It would have been on the, maybe less than that.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Yeah, okay. 3 to 4, somewhere around there. At this point, it's been like, not as great. We'll see.
Pre-pandemic.
Hopefully, they pick things back up with new brewers and stuff they have going on there. So, hopefully they do again. But I'm like, we'll go to Tombstone, go to Tucson, and let's go to Trevor's and just try a bunch of beers from there. Goldwater. Some other good places we take them instead.
Yeah.
So,
black IPA.
There's
not a lot.
Also Wilderness.
No, I don't think they'd make a black IPA.
They did at one point.
All or Nothing from Oro Brewing Company. I have not had that. I don't even know if I've seen it. Maybe I have had it. I don't know. I go to Oro a lot. Blonde. Beer is near and dear to your heart.
Barrio.
Nope. Barrio. I mean, I guess, does it count?
Barrio Blonde? Yeah, that counts.
But it's a Tucson brewery.
I guess that's true. You said Valley. No, I don't know then.
But it's Front Porch Brewing, Toasty Blonde. That's way out in the West Valley.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, I figured maybe Pedal House. That's like the wheelhouse of beers they make a lot of. Or Oso.
Nut Brown Ale.
Oh, God.
You're not going to get this. It's Oak Creek.
That's the Oak Creek, right?
Yeah. But that's not the Valley. That's Sedona.
Yeah, so how does that qualify?
I don't know.
All right, let's keep going. And we only have 30 minutes. You can't read the whole magazine to everybody. Let's hit the top guys.
The reason I'm drinking not this beer because it's not the one, but double IPA, the one Chris cares most about. Yeah, double IPA.
Double IPA. Double dry hop spellbinder.
Nope.
I don't know.
Been on Destruction from Throne Brewing.
What?
Yep.
I haven't had that one either. Have you had?
No.
I've had is it the Throne? No, it's not Throne. It's who's up here? The Michelada one to make. Is that Throne?
Thorn.
No, that's Thorn. It's close. There's an E in there somewhere.
And Thorn or Throne?
Yes.
Now they're getting specific. Double New England, double hazy IPA.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the other one was just double IPA. It's Throne again.
What?
Yeah. Sky Cycle hazy double IPA.
That's a really good long pause.
Fruit beer.
Yeah, Run House.
Nope.
What?
What's the only fruit beer people know of in this state?
Orange Julius?
Close. Orange Blossom.
Orange Blossom from Papago?
Yep.
People love that beer. I don't like it. It's too much vanilla.
Goza.
People make Gozas here?
It's Zach's favorite beer. He probably still has one of the originals in his fridge.
The watermelon.
Yep.
The watermelon?
Watermelon Goza from Wilderness.
Dude, that thing was really good, though. That was a pool beer.
Chris's favorite show episode, Oktoberfest Marzen Fest beer.
Ren House?
Yep. Ren House Fest beer.
Yes.
Are you just going to say Ren House for all?
Yeah, I was going to keep saying Ren House. They're going to be on there somewhere, hopefully.
Pale Ale, the Singularity series from Oro, which I have mentioned multiple times.
Mm.
I think that was on my list of breweries.
Yep.
Pilsner?
Red House Valley Bear.
No. Pedal House. Yep.
Yeah.
Porter. There's only one porter that.
I mean, I don't know. The Red House friggin' the coffee porter.
Well, this one shouldn't count either because this is Piehole Porter from Historic.
That's a Ken Flagstaff.
Yeah.
This Phoenix magazine doesn't know where Phoenix is. That's pretty weird.
Scottish Ale, Scotch Ale.
I mean, I'm not going to even say the names.
We'll skip that one.
Yeah.
Pumpkin, Herb, and Spice, your other favorite episode.
Ooh, dude. No, is Four Peaks in there twice?
No.
Who else makes a pumpkin spice? I mean, Red House makes a stout that's freaking...
Melakaliki Maka from Hell of a Brewing Company.
It's the thing you do.
Yeah. Maybe is it, I assume that's a Christmas beer then?
Yeah, that's a...
Because it says Pumpkin, Herb, Spice.
Yeah, why would that... That's a weird name for a pumpkin...
Stout.
Red House. Coffee stout. I don't know.
You don't even know what Joe Max is?
Joe Max. Yeah, Joe Max.
Give Pete a Chance from Oro. You've had
Man.
that, right?
Yeah. We got a lot of... The Oro's getting some love in this Phoenix magazine, man.
All right, Chris, you might get this one. Triple IPA.
Triple?
Yeah.
Jesus. Renovation.
Yeah. That West Coast Triple IPA.
Yeah, they make those.
The Wally series from Wren House.
That is a good series.
And wood barrel aged.
It's really hard. I guess I don't really think of the Wally series as like a triple, double. Like I don't really ever think. I just think it was the Wally series now at this point. It's just such its own thing, right?
Yeah, I've had a few of those.
Yeah, you have. I've had one at your house or two. It's been good. Oak Age, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Arrogant Bastard.
Yes, from Arizona.
Oh, yeah. Starts with A.
Presidential Stout.
It's better than Battle Axe. Blah. Actually, the one I just had from Ren that was... Oh, what the hell was that called? Woods Canyon? That was a oak aged IPA. That was really good. Actually, it was very reminiscent of an Arrogant Bastard.
Really?
Yeah, it was real good. I was not expecting as much oaky flavor in there, and the kind of the maltiness. I mean, not really maltiness, but sweetness to it from the oak and stuff. It was really good. I was like, damn, I should have got more things. I mean, it's funny because you drink beer like that, and then you forget about the beers that you started out drinking, like the Arrogant Bastards, and been like, yeah, this was really good back in the day. I did like that. It's like, thanks, Wren House, for bringing it full circle.
So those are all the readers' picks
Oh,
from the nomination.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
What are the heavy hitters
See,
from
they
the
didn't
magazine?
do them all, though.
They didn't do all of them?
Weird. Yeah.
What other categories did you want to be in there?
Well, did I skip?
Did you say Hefeweizen?
Oh, yeah.
Say pool beer?
Yeah, pool beer.
What about lager?
No, it was Pilsner.
Oh, it's just a Pilsner?
Yeah.
I guess that's a very specific type of lager.
Amber Red Ale.
Italian Pilsner? Didn't have
I
one of those in
skipped
there?
that one. The Amber Red Ale was Camper Red from Simple Machine.
It's funny, I feel sometimes, listen, Arizona Craft Beer is amazing, right? But, we were at the Craft Beer Awards. I felt like some of those categories, there was only, 4 people that made that beer, so it wasn't really...
Well, some categories even only had 3 entries.
That's what I'm saying, and so, if it was I mean, congratulations, and awesome to you guys, but you're the only 3 people making this style of beer, so it's not necessarily... I don't know. It's the best of the 3.
Regular hazy juicy any IPA.
I'm sorry, what?
Regular, just
I thought that was the category you just gave me.
Yeah.
That was a very long... Any juicy, hazy...
No,
pipe.
hazy juicy any IPA. And New England IPA, not
any.
N. The letter N, not A.
I literally thought you were saying anything. Just whatever.
Any
just
old
any
IPA.
old IPA you want to throw in there. What do you think I think? I was confused.
That's what I thought you said.
See, I wasn't just me, Ed.
Oh, sorry. I should enunciate more.
Yeah, I was going to say, use your syllables.
Syllables?
Syllables.
No guess?
No, wait, I'm supposed to guess what that category is? I didn't even know. I'm still thinking it's any IPA. All day IPA.
These are Arizona beers.
You can buy it in Arizona.
Church music.
Oh, that's good beer. Dude, it's everywhere now. Those guys are killing it. Because let me tell you what, they don't have a production facility like Rent House does, but I see that church music everywhere now. It's amazing. I don't know who is doing the production brewing of church music right now, but they are killing it.
Here's the lager category.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Pedal House.
No.
That's the only people that make it. I mean, maybe Valley Beer.
Zach?
I would have said, Red House.
Yeah, it's Valley Beer.
I mean, it's good beer.
Kolsch. Probably the only Kolsch that's made in this state.
Yeah. People making Kolsch's here? It's very hot to make those kinds of beers in this state. I don't know, dude.
Scottsdale Blonde from Huss.
Is that a Kolsch? Oh,
Yeah.
coffee? The coffee
I was
Kolsch?
thinking the coffee one.
Scottsdale Blonde is also a Kolsch?
Yeah.
What are they doing over there?
The can that you mentioned in the picture for the Irish Red category.
Budweiser.
No. Fate Irish Red, very appropriately
that
named.
Yeah, they don't come in that can.
This one I want
It's a very
to
old
I want to know what I guess I can look of what was submitted, but West Coast IPA. We've been talking about this a lot lately.
Man, that's tough.
Coast to Coast from Helva.
Okay. Had that.
I haven't been to Helva in quite a while since it first opened.
You literally missed a chance. Why would you say that?
What? In a hell of a long time?
Yeah, dude. They literally. There's no way that they name that brewery that, and then they don't use that all the time and think it's hilarious. Even if I named it that and people used it all the time, I would still fucking find it hilarious because it's so stupid. It's funny.
Do you like the sound effects of me turning the actual?
It's
physical
really
pages?
nice. Wish I had a can to open up on the microphone. That'd be
Nope,
really nice.
absolutely not.
I got one in here. Hold on.
So that's the beer section of the Reader's Choice.
Okay, now we're gonna go to beer.
Any outstanding or kind of?
I mean, the Orga on there a bunch. That's pretty amazing.
Well, they were the 2022 Brewery of the Year, right?
They did get a lot of accolades from the award ceremony, and they got the coolest place in Mesa award. That's what it was, right? It was on the trophy, I think.
Something like that.
Something like that. So yeah, I mean that tracks. Weird that BRI is on there anywhere. Who were the?
See, I don't think the people who did this went past Country Club in the '60s.
Because I'm like, there's BRI's out there. 12 Us isn't on there at all.
Nope,
which is crazy.
No 12. I don't think 12.
Sedona.
Yeah,
but it's Sedona. TCGB or what?
CBGB.
See, no, freaking Transplant Beer Company.
Yeah, I mean, there's no. Who else is a big one?
They make some really good beers, man. They're friggin' that.
No Goldwater.
That Michelada one. Yeah, Goldwater's not there at all, which is insane. Tombstone has a location here now, so you gotta kind of count them, right?
Yeah.
Nowhere on that list. And they pump out 1,000 different IPAs. I have no idea. I see some of their cans the Oregon Lots 2.
Oregon Lots 3.
It's like Simcoe Hop IPA, and then it's all these different single series, it's just tons of different kinds of
I had
IPAs from them.
I had hops on my co-pilot today.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
The
That's
new
out.
one?
Yep.
Damn.
Came out relatively soon.
Yeah,
to
some
this.
West Coasty shit, West Valley type of beers. No, 8-Bit nowhere on that list.
Nope.
They make some fucking crazy beers too, man.
No Goldwater.
Yeah, that Goldwater's not on there at all. They're making a new facility, I heard.
They just opened one. I don't know if they're working on their fourth.
I mean, that's what I heard of. But
So these are the beer-related categories.
beer adjacent.
Yeah. Dog-friendly restaurant.
Dark Sky.
Oh, so brewery.
Damn it.
By the way, if you're interested, the podcast/podcaster for the Reader's Choice was Real Tea with Rachel. So
That's a beer
that's
podcast?
a podcast.
Oh, just general
yeah, because that's relevant
Oh.
to the show, not to beer.
Just a podcast in
Yeah.
general. Gotcha. Okay, it wasn't a beer podcast.
Um,
Well, listen, there's a lot of other podcasts that are way more popular than any beer podcast you can put out there, so I think we're okay.
my favorite one, and you can cut this, but you're not going to edit it, so it's not going to get cut, is
Yeah, but he sends me the final thing, so I will. Don't worry.
the Reader's Choice for head coach got fired.
Oh.
So I'm going to look this one up because this one was confusing at first because they actually have this category in both sections for best new brewery.
Oh.
And the best new brewery opened in 2022, and this is the 2023
Best of.
best of. So I don't know what they're, because the voting I think was like from April.
So maybe that was the best one that opened at that point.
Well, yeah, but that was 6 months or 4 months
That's still in this year. So
because they had two categories: new brewery and brewery. So in the Reader's Choice,
for new brewery,
yes,
okay.
is Kitsune.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess they're newish. They opened up their own brewery
Yeah,
instead of being.
that's the Reader's Choice.
What do you call it? What do you call it now? Because
What?
usually the old name of Gypsy Brewer is not very nice to say because of the connotations
Nomad
of all
Brewing?
that. Nomad, so it's more of a nomad brewer. That's
Yeah.
what he was previously, right? He was more
I
of a
believe
nomad
so.
brewer
Yeah,
because he just did simple machine stuff constantly. Well, I'm sorry, he brewed his own stuff on some machines,
right.
like
He was like
equipment.
renting space, doing
Yeah,
that like co-op brewing.
And so now he opened up his own location.
So the actual pick from the proper list was 100 Mile Brewing.
The one that's like the top, the one Andrew talked about, that was like the Four Corners one or whatever, the top of the
No, that's top. That's like Edge of the World.
edge of
Brewing.
the world. Okay.
100 Mile Brewing is like behind a parking lot in Tempe.
Oh, is that the one that's like next to the In and Out over there on
Yeah, I think that's where
the 202
it's like
and
tucked in
Scottsdale?
behind back there.
I drive by it, I see those big old signs like craft beer, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to go into that place.
I would
It's
have
in Tempe.
I would have
for
picked
one.
every other place on this list other than 100 Mile Brewing. Like I wasn't impressed by anything I had there.
I didn't even go there. That's
The-
how I'm
the-
impressed I am with it.
The group I went with were like, let's go to the shop because it's like right down the street. It's like,
Listen, the shop, the problem with the shop is the shop's parking is not the greatest in the world. So if it actually ever gets busy, like you don't have any, you gotta go park somewhere and then walk a little
well, you can
ways.
park on behind the other building.
No,
where they
I-
have like all the keg stash now.
No, I know, right? But like my thought is like, I wish that place next door to it on the west side of it would just go away.
I think they own that one.
And they could just like, there's this giant dirt lot next to them. If you just bought that and then
oh,
dirt
the
lot-
building on the other side, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
they
yeah.
own now.
Okay. Because I'm like, you just knock all that down, have a giant parking lot and expand your
Yeah.
production facility over there. That'd be amazing. I'll just talk to some people. I'll send some emails out. I'll start a strongly worded letter to somebody.
So the other ones on this list, and I'm pretty sure you can pick your favorite. It was the nominees were 100 Mile Brewing, Kitsune, Papago, which I don't even think they're a brewery.
Yeah, it's not really a brewery anymore.
Roses by the Stairs, and Still Cactus.
Oh, it's probably still No, it's supposed to be by the stairs at this point.
Yep.
Like if you like upcoming amazing brewery wise, yeah, Roses by the Stairs.
We're gonna save the best brewery for after the break
Okay.
because I have a beer for it.
Got a fucking break in this thing? This is a 30-minute show.
I told you it's a show in
Oh my god.
thought.
All right.
All right, so we'll peel through some of these
Thoughts and prayers,
other
guys.
reader choices. Best dive bar.
Valley Ho.
Wilderness.
What? That's a fucking hotel.
No. Tally Ho. That's all right. It's called Tally Ho. It's very close.
You're like one letter off from
It's
all
very
sorts
similar.
of different.
Listen, I am no Vanna White. I'm never going on fucking Wheel of Fortune. I can't spell shit.
Yucca Tap
I
Room.
can't spell shit. Yucca Tap Room's a dive bar, so they consider it a dive bar.
I guess.
Have you been to Yucca Tap Room in a long time?
Yeah.
It's not-
Maybe they're talking about Yucca Tap North
I mean,
and
is
Flagstaff.
What? That's a. All right.
Distillery.
Oh, so.
Yep.
I mean, besides Grand Canyon, who else is making spirits in the valley? I mean, Grand Canyon's not really in the valley, but they're making spirits.
Santan.
Does Santan make spirits?
Mhm.
You better Google that. I don't think you're right.
Santan makes spirits.
No.
I'll bet you a beer.
Yeah. All right.
Patio.
I mean, the shop's patio is pretty awesome.
You're on a roll. Back it up. Oso.
I mean,
Are these all the same location or different locations?
yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah,
because
which
I'm like,
one?
Osa has a lot of locations.
Best hot chicken.
Crazy's Hot Chicken in Tempe.
Nope. It's brewery related.
What? No,
Or
none of
beer
them.
related.
None of them. Then
How dare you? We just mentioned them.
Oso Oro.
No. They
We're
don't make hot
takeaway.
chicken. Zach, you want to take a stab at hot chicken?
Yeah, take a stab at what hot chicken I've eaten.
What hot chicken Chris has had?
I've had so many, it's hard to believe at this point. I don't even know.
Ground control.
Okay, well, first of all, when we had it, it wasn't ground control. It was actually a food truck outside of ground control, and then they bought the food truck. So that's a trick question, Ed. It's not legit.
Bottle shop, Chris.
Trevor's.
Yep.
Listen, my man Preston knows what he's talking about.
Who's Preston?
The
Flipping pages.
it's funny because I saw like his quote and like everything I've ever seen. They were totally saying something about Trevor's. Now it's like the Preston from blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, he's not wrong. Thanks, Preston.
I thought it's this one's kind of weird. It's podcast related. They didn't do like a podcast for the editors. Maybe because Phoenix Magazine does their own podcast.
Oh, because we won it. That's why they didn't want to tell anybody that we
do.
won the.
These
editor's
assholes
choice.
won. We'll just get rid of that category.
Yeah. We can only put them in one magazine every 5 years.
But the category they did was best music podcast.
What?
Yeah. Which
Listen,
is the
first of all-
musician's guide to everything.
Listen,
Which
the
is-
best musicians podcast is called like Spotify. I'm like, what?
The radio.
Yeah, the radio. Like, what do you mean? I'm just gonna go on there and play my one song. Like that's very opinionated. Like, oh, I really like this band. The one band that the guy's playing on the show. Like that just seems. It's not like there's a lot of things that people have opinions about, I guess, but like going on a show and just talking about like if you go on a show and you're like a Swiftie for life, that makes sense to me, right? Like that's what your podcast is about, being a Swiftie.
What about
Cool.
a Deadhead or
Yeah, right. That makes sense, right? I get that, but
that could be a good podcast. Interviewing like super fans who
yeah, about
like fans of Kiss, like
Just-
the worst band in the world. Like, why are you a fan of Kiss?
Did you lose a bet?
yeah. I mean, listen, there's gonna be a lot of people disagree with that
Or
statement,
get
but,
like,
but like, but that makes sense to me. But like, just going on and being like,
I think
this is a
we got a good.
podcast about me and my band, and you play a song like that's literally just
It's
go to
not-
the radio, dude.
It's a music. It's not about a single band.
But like, what are you gonna go on there and talk about like the piano and how the piano works?
Probably.
You're like,
I think we got a good concept here. We could get like a hardcore ICP
Oh yeah, the
and
Insane
then
Clown
get
Posse.
a Kiss fan and see like, when did you start wearing all white makeup?
They just way before ICB fans did.
Chris, best sports fashion.
Best sports fashion.
Yep.
The windbreaker from Starters, like
The-
Starter Jacket.
Motherfucking Arizona. It's just, which I disagree with because that shit's expensive and
Oh, fat. Oh, yeah. No, listen, Starter Jackets. That's the way to
the
go.
old school puffy.
Yeah, man. A Starter Jacket. Windbreaker. A champion windbreaker. That might be even better.
This
Champion's coming back, by the way, which is weird.
this is a cool, very specific category. Best old thing to drink on.
What is old leather glove?
Yes. No, the bar at Simple Machine's new location looks like an old speakeasy pub.
I don't
know how Simple Machine has two locations, but they do.
I also don't know how that's an old bar then. That's a new bar because they just opened it.
Well, it's an old.
No, that's not how that works.
Yeah, it is.
Listen.
If I take a bar apart in Ireland and I build it here, like was all the rage in the mid '90s to late 2000s.
Yeah, but nobody ever goes, hey, how do you like my old bar? They say,
Chris,
welcome to my new bar. This is, I mean, listen, that might be old.
It's the age-old question: is if you
It's new to me.
if you slowly replace every part on a ship, is it the same ship?
No, it is not. Listen, it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Your house is full of vintage items, but your house is made yesterday. It's not an antique house. It's got so many pages.
Got
To
so
go
many
through. How many
postage.
damn notebooks? All right, okay.
It's got like
Hold
another
on.
book of notes.
Are we taking a break?
Yeah, we got one more to go before we take a break.
Jesus, he planned this whole thing. Ed, are you okay?
What?
First of all, I thought Nate was dying.
now you think I'm dying?
Because he was saying all the nice things, and now you're actually like planning things out for this
I know.
podcast.
It's weird, right?
You feel okay?
Oh wait, Nate's not here, so
Maybe I'm heat delirious.
It could be the heat. It's what it is.
Best use of fruit on a pizza. It is brewery crafty related.
The round bin.
The what?
Yeah, it's the permanent round bin. You throw things in.
The garbage can?
That's the one. That's what it is.
That's the best use of fruit on a pizza?
No, I actually like pineapple and jalapenos on a pizza. And ham.
Is jalapeno fruit?
Pineapple's a fruit, though.
Oh, God, we go back to that episode where is watermelon a vegetable?
Oh, it's worse. It's got seeds.
Yep. I got seeds. Do I buy a vegetable?
Yes, Greg. Yes, you are.
Peach pizza from Mike's Pizza, which is inside of cider core.
No, we ever had the peach pizza for them.
Have you had pizza at Mike's?
Yeah, I have. Just not the peach one. Like, listen, if there's a lot of things on a pizza, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. That's not. If I see peach on a pizza, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll pass.
So
Zach,
yeah, I
are
saved
you-
you going through that whole book for the highlights.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You take out all the little highlights.
Yeah, I was taking them out. I was reading them.
Oh my gosh.
It's like my set list. Like,
How are you going to go back and look at them now and reminisce about all of the things that you?
because it's all up here.
It's all on here.
It's also online.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the website as I look at these two.
Well, there you go.
So Zach's very slow at drinking his beer, so we might have to get some filler. Plus, this is a kind of bait episode. If maybe they might hear this and be like, "Hey," then maybe somebody will nominate us, and then we still won't win.
We'll win in 2024.
Yeah.
Which is going to be voting's going to be coming soon.
2025 podcast. Maybe we should do a music
Listen,
podcast.
I want to get into a category of podcasts that we're the only person doing it, so we can win the award for the best person doing it. That's how it works, right?
House podcasts, Hoppy Lager Boys. No, that's
Happy Lager Boys is still a beer podcast. I don't think we can get that one. Yeah, they're still working on their music, I think, for that show. So
Chris's Michigan Minute podcast.
yeah, well, there's a lot
The
of that.
only Michigan podcast in Arizona.
There's a lot of Michigan people here. Let me tell you what, it might be actually really popular.
Yeah, they should all go back.
No, what? They've gone back. It literally, it's summertime there. They're not here right now.
Do you have any? While Zach finishes his beer and we take a break, do you have any questions?
No, but I really want to talk about that.
Like burrito? You don't want to know what the best burrito is?
I don't care what the. I mean, listen, no, that's a very
You're like Taco Bell. Taco Bell's the best burrito.
no. Listen, Taco Jalisco is probably one of the best tacos in the valley.
I said burrito. not
I know,
taco.
but I don't care about burritos. It's fine, unless they're breakfast burritos.
What about tacos Chivas?
And then Taco Chivas is really good too.
Anyway, you wanted to talk about what?
That article you sent about it was a Vine pair with the most clickbaity ever title in the world about triple IPAs.
Oh, triple IPAs are dead.
They're dead. And I was like, that's a bold statement.
That's why I love reading Vine Pair, because you're like, what bullshit did they pull out of their ass to?
I was like, I feel. Listen, I heard a thing recently where like they were using like site scrapers like for websites and stuff, and they were scraping Reddit for articles, and then they were using AI to write articles for them. And I was like, man, was that Vine pair? Like, I just feel like that's what they do.
They just put in like IPA.
Yeah.
Like,
And they're like, whatever came up with this? Oh, it was one dude was really upset about triple IPAs. He was like, I hate triple IPAs. Not a big fan of hops. 1 star. And was like, I just you said that, and I was like, what? Like, that's such a self opinion. Like, I guess listen.
So the name of the article is "Death by Hops. Triple IPAs are pointless and gross."
Yeah, right. Which I was like, what? Listen, I guess you have a platform to write an article on, and that's what you can do. Listen, good for you. We have a podcast, and we can say what we want on here because that's our opinion. We have a podcast. We can do that.
Yeah,
That's
you hate lagers.
Yeah, I say it all the time. I'm sure I'm wrong,
Or would you say they're gross?
but I wouldn't
That's
say
a
that.
weird choice of
But
words.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing with all this, right? I don't like a lot of lagers. I don't like a lot of farmhouse style beers, right? They're not.
Sorry, John.
I'm not gonna be like, you guys are the worst people in the world for drinking them. I'm not gonna like boo on you for fucking liking something that I don't like. Whatever you guys like has no effect on what I drink.
If anybody
Zero.
knows Pete O'Connell from Vine Pair, I challenge you to a triple IPA tasting challenge
All right.
where we will give him single, double, and triple IPAs, and he better find every single triple IPA
Oh, shit.
gross and pointless.
Yeah. All right. I'm in.
So the Wally series, we'll just
Which one of these?
yeah,
Oh, he's got to pick out which one's is the triple and then tell us the worst.
yep.
He's like all of it. It's all of it. Singles, doubles are worse too, I guess. Evidently. Listen, I understand the decadence of them sometimes, like how like sometimes triples can be a little over the top.
Would you call it a blitzkrieg? Because that's what he called it.
That seems weird.
A blitzkrieg on his palate.
Well, listen. I guess your palate's like France or Poland at this point, I guess.
And here's the gutless thing. It's like, because it's a very first sentence. The other day, beer unleashed an all-out blitzkrieg on my palate. It was a AAA IPA from a well-regarded brewery that shall remain unnamed. Why was it full of piss, or like was there floating? Why are you afraid to name the brewery? Like just because you don't like the beer?
Like again, it's one of the things where it's like you wrote an article about a thing that you're not a big fan of, and then telling other people that it's gross and awful and pointless to drink it, which is not right. Like again, you should be able to say, "Hey, I don't like this style of beer, and these are the reasons I don't like it." Cool with that. You telling me you don't like a style of beer and then telling me it's pointless and gross is not cool. That's not okay. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't give a shit if you don't like triple IPAs. No point at all. Don't care.
Counterpoint, you think seltzers are pointless and gross.
I know, but I don't tell other people that drink them that they're fucking stupid and gross for doing it. Listen, you're drinking that seltzer? Yeah, that's gross and you're pointless, buddy.
It's not gross because there's no flavor to it. How can you call it gross?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't like them. But the point of it is just why are you telling the people? Like, it's just a weird platform. That's your stance, is that your stance is these are pointless and gross.
It was an oversaturated, syrupy mess. The hop burn was so intense that the acid reflux kicked in, and the semblance of what was some citrus briefly and vanished without a trace. Of course, and here's the judgmental part. Of course, the users on Untappd gave it a world-class rating, averaging 4.51 out of 5.
I mean, yeah, that's
like the pretentious assholes on how dare they say this beer is any good on Untappd.
I want to find the what is there a BJCP definition of what a triple
IPA is?
Yeah. Like, what's the definition of it?
I think it's just ABV, right?
Is it just go by ABV? Because I mean, you have like Imperial, like anything. Usually Imperial is anything that was like 10% or greater, but like at this point, most of these IPAs that we're drinking are like 7-8%. So I always feel like Imperial's not a really good standard anymore for an IPA. Like, that seems like a real low bar. Like, 10%'s like,
well, yeah, double seems like really niche because it's like 7 to 9, I think.
Right. And you're like, that seems weird. There is an Imperial IPA category.
Well,
there's a double.
I have the GABF website up.
Okay.
So see if I can find. There's Juicy or Hazy.
I mean, there's IPA, double IPA, and Imperial. So Imperial might be anything kind of catch-all. But like my thought is like literally all the things that he lists are the things that he didn't like about it were like the exact thing that you're supposed to have for a triple IPA, right?
Yeah, you want that hop.
It's supposed to be big and hoppy. It's supposed to be
kind of chewy.
Chewy. It's gonna have alcohol like burn to it, which is probably gonna have the acid reflux to it. Like, all that stuff is like, yeah, that's literally what a triple IPA is. Like, you're not slamming triple IPAs all day long drinking those. It's a big decadent beer. It's like the idea of eating a big chocolate cake. You're not fucking just slamming chocolate cakes constantly. You're gonna have a triple IPA and enjoy it, and then drink other things. It just is. It's weird to me. That's like, I don't really like this. I mean, again, cool. Don't like it.
Please, nobody tell him that there is a quad.
Not good. All right, we taking a break?
Yes, and we're going to talk about we'll come back and we'll talk about the best brewery according to Phoenix Magazine. And we'll have a beer. How should I present the beer?
In a glass.
Not in a bowl?
Brown paper bag.
You want a bowl? Oh, I do have brown paper bags.
Perfect.
Well, straight from the can.
All right,
Sweet.
Let's do this.
We'll be right back.
All right, bye.
That recorded, but I'm going to cut that out.
Oh, it's red.
Don't look at that. God damn it.
It's blood.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Chris already cheated, so thanks for listening. See you next time.
How does that work?
So I did bring the beer in a brown paper bag. I did cut it because the bag was like 3 feet tall, so I cut the bag down a little bit.
Yeah, you guys got really good at... Why am I the only person that knows how to roll a bag around a can?
Because you're from Michigan?
A lot of 40s.
The Michigan thing.
It's a lot of 40s. I lived in the streets for a while, kids. No, I'm joking. I actually would go watch my friends play like tennis and shit. I'd fucking bring a Miller High Life and I'd fucking put it in the bag. It was great.
So before we get into this beer, I did want to mention, other than maybe getting nominated, and I really don't care. It would be funny. It would be hilarious if we got podcast on this.
Ed really needs another shadow box for his magazines for the
my
wall.
my accolades.
yeah.
No, I'm more proud of that Pure Project, Hobby Craftsman, Divided Vine poster than anything else.
That's pretty nice.
We've done.
Yeah,
like, that's probably the highlight of.
Listen, definitely. Lots of times we've been like, listen, Pure Project is fucking amazing, and then we actually get to sit down with Pure Project and drink beers and then bullshit.
Yeah,
which still need to have them come in. Like they actually said they would come in and actually do a West Coast taste off with us, so that might be actually kind of fun. Just gotta figure that out.
So, in link to this is the Arizona, or it's the AZ Craft Beer Festival, which is also the AZ Craft Beer Awards. So it seems like it's going to be a beer festival and the awards, like what we went to at the Tempe Heritage Museum.
So yeah, previously they did the Tempe Museum or the Heritage Museum award ceremony, and then the next day they had the festival out west, Valley, right?
So I think this is
going to be all in one.
And it's in Glendale.
So that's a big lift drive, man.
So it's the second annual AZ Craft Beer Awards, the best in Arizona brewing.
Okay.
October 21st, 2023. It might be under 100 degrees on that day.
Yep.
It might.
That'd be helpful.
So it's Heritage at Sportsman Park, 9600 West Sportsman Park South, Glendale, Arizona. Tickets just went up as we recorded this. It was like $60 for VIP. Now VIP is going to be $80. General admission's $50. $30 for VIP DD. $20 for regular DD. You get for VIP, you get in at 12 o'clock. And you get access to a shaded VIP patio. 20 drink tickets, so it is like a beer festival. Commemorative sample cup. And regular general admission is 1 o'clock, 15 drink tickets, same cup. So basically you get an hour earlier and 5 more drink tickets.
Yeah, okay. I mean, listen, it's going to be great for the people in the West Valley, right?
Yeah.
You got to drive across the whole valley to come over to a beer festival. It's going to be right there.
So maybe, awesome. And it is presented by the Guild, so
okay.
Maybe we'll be able to talk to Rob and or Andrew about that and see what's kind of going on.
Yeah.
But
or hey, we can test out our new Rode mic setup and just go there.
Yeah, just incognito.
Yeah.
Where we'll wear cargo shorts, black t-shirts, beards, hats, and sunglasses. We'll look like everybody else.
We're gonna blend right in. It's gonna be great. People are gonna be like, "Are you brewers?" We're like, "No, we're trying to be."
I've made tea.
Yeah, there you go.
See my Subaru?
Yeah. I'm wearing it right now. My Subarus.
All right, so the category we left out of the Best of the Valley was the brewery of, I don't know if it's 2020. I guess it's 2023.
So here's the deal. I feel it's weird for them to say that.
You just went really Alex Jones right there. Here's the deal.
I'm going to get real. So it's weird that they're going to have a festival with an award ceremony, but they're announcing the best brewery right now.
This is the Phoenix magazine that they've done this for, I think it's going on like 50 years.
Oh, okay. So this is the magazine's.
The magazine is in partnership with the Guild to do the awards.
Right, which at the award ceremony.
The best brewery.
Yeah, but the award ceremony, they have a best.
Right.
The best which
is very confusing.
That's what I'm saying. But this is the magazine's best.
Yeah, this is the magazine's best of the Valley.
So they better match up. If they don't match up, then there's some continuity issues here.
Questions will be asked.
Okay. So who do you want to guess? You're just saying you want us to guess who?
Well, I was going to give you the nominees.
Okay, give us the nominees.
While you guys taste the beer.
Oh, and this can tell us.
Wait, no, hold on. I'll give you the nominees, and then you'll taste the beer, because you might guess it right off the bat.
Okay.
So here are the entrances in no specific order.
Okay.
Wren House.
Okay.
Saddle Mountain.
Okay.
Oso. Oro. Huss. Helluva. Somebody at this fucking magazine loves Helluva Brewing. That's all. Like, they must have had like happy hours. Like, let's do some like brainstorming meetings, or like, let's go to Helluva. They probably were searching Zips and be like, what? Zips isn't here anymore? Yeah, right. It's an old Zips.
Like Flying Bastards over there too, right? Man.
No, that's more farther.
No, I know what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying again throw back to the earlier conversation of like they didn't go past a certain street.
Oh,
like,
they didn't go past the 60 and Arizona Avenue / Country Club.
I'm like, there's like, yeah, all right. Keep going.
Four Peaks, Wilderness, Front Porch, Greenwood, like I said, Helva, Huss, Oso, Oro, Saddle Mountain, Wren House.
Oh, that's interesting. Greenwood got a nod to it, huh? They were
Yeah.
nowhere else in that list for anything else.
Not that I remember seeing.
Weird.
And Greenwood just celebrated their 3rd anniversary.
Yeah, which is okay. Listen, I find that weird that you have the best brewery, but you didn't win any categories for any of the beer styles.
It's a collective thing.
Yeah,
None of it, like
sure,
our
okay.
show, none of this is any good in its individual
Tastes.
points, thoughts, opinions,
All right,
personalities.
listen.
But the collective,
So what you're saying
it's
is
like Voltron.
I could win an award for best podcast co-host, but the podcast couldn't win
Crap. Yeah.
anything. All right.
Right.
Okay.
Like you could win the Super Bowl and have a bunch of shitty players,
That's the opposite of what you just said, but yes.
or vice versa.
All
You
have
could
really
not-
good, all
you could
good
have
players.
all the best players and not win the Super Bowl.
Okay, that makes more sense in this scenario that you're giving me.
So the whole is greater than the parts.
Yeah, okay.
Like
no,
Voltron.
the parts are greater than the whole at this point because listen, if you win like 20 different awards for like best amber, best pilsner, best IPA, best hazy, you won all those, but you didn't win the best brewery of the year. Like that seems weird to me.
Or you weren't even on the list.
Yeah, you weren't even on the list running. You were in the top 3 for that. That seems weird to me.
Do you think there's like a standard, like a minimum standard? Like you should you be the best at something in order to be the best at?
Well, what does the best brewery mean then? Like, what does that mean? Like, you're the best, like, well-run brewery? Like, you have the cleanest restrooms? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah,
the best brewery?
atmosphere.
Yeah. Best servers, best food. Like, that doesn't make any like.
Best parking?
Yeah, like all those things. Does that equate up to the best brewery? What is the criteria to be the best brewery at that point? Then, if it's not about the beer, right? And we say this all the time. If the first thing you say to me is that their food's delicious, they don't make good beer. Then I'm sorry. You can't be the best brewery and not make.
Well, hey,
win
we've seen
categories for beer.
other lists that the best brewery in Arizona is Superstition Meaderies.
Yeah, well,
So
yeah,
at least they're
that's-
not on this
yeah.
list.
Yeah, that was
At least they had more sense than that. Oh wait, no. So okay, here's to answer your question. So Wilderness won last year,
okay.
and Oro won the Craft Brew Awards. So there are 2 separate.
Really?
Yeah,
That's weird to me, but all right. It's very inconsistent.
yeah. That's very
Listen, this is the best brewery according to the magazine, but the best brewery according to this festival that we just had that
yeah.
you paid for to come to.
Maybe it's like a tournament. Maybe those
Dude,
2
that's-
breweries will square off and they'll have like a
Listen, if
knife fight.
if only someone would make a like I don't know March Madness tournament kind of bracket system and put these breweries against each other.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. And then
Yeah.
invite a bunch of people in the
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah, and they could vote against them, and then they could figure out who the best brewery
Yeah,
is.
and then nothing happens.
Yeah, that's probably great.
We've done it. I mean,
Yeah,
show consensus is Wren House is the best brewery.
at this point, yeah. My taste buds said the best brew house is Red House. I don't care.
All right, so now you can taste your beer.
Okay.
Now that you know the
All right.
entrance.
I'm gonna move the brown paper bag down a little bit so I don't
Yeah.
get that in my.
Oh, it's so noisy.
I'll close my eyes when I drink it.
Yeah. I haven't tasted it either. I bought this beer blind.
That does not taste like a red beer. Like when you see like the redness on the outside of that, that's not what the beer I thought would. This hell of a win.
No. that doesn't taste like anything.
This is some prickly pear bullshit.
That's why just by the so
Yeah.
Chris cheated and he looked in the can and saw it was
listen,
red.
Listen to me. It's I see the red on the top of the can, and everybody's like, prickly pear. It's Arizona. It's fucking doesn't taste like anything. It just makes it red. It doesn't have flavor. And if it does have flavor, you gotta put a metric shit ton of fucking prickly pear in there.
Come on, would you call this swinky?
No, I mean, no. It doesn't have any. There's just no aroma to this thing. This is the most blandest, very even keel beer I've ever. There's nothing to this. Like it's just red.
Yeah, no flavor.
Drinking this beer makes me worried I have COVID because I cannot taste or smell anything.
There's
off
like
of it.
nothing to this. It's just.
Zach, you got nothing?
Nothing.
No flavor notes, nothing.
Nothing. It was like
Don't pull it
There's,
out.
there's a little bitterness to it, I guess, but like not a lot. There's no sweetness to it. There's no aroma at all. Like it doesn't smell like anything.
Okay, so now first, I'll go over the list again.
Okay.
Is this a beer from Wren House? Is this a beer from Saddle Mountain, Oro, Oso, Huss, Helva, Greenwood, Front Porch, Four Peaks, or Wilderness?
if 4 years ago I've been like, nah, this is not wilderness. I feel this is a wilderness beer. Now.
So that's your guess?
Yeah,
is wilderness?
I feel it's wilderness.
Zach?
Same.
God, thanks for the diversity in this.
Jesus.
Not even going up against Four Peaks. You don't think it's a Four Peaks beer?
No, because listen, Four Peaks doesn't. They're commercialized at this point. They're not making some. If they're gonna make this, they're not gonna make it in a can. They're gonna make it at the fucking tap house, right? Small. Some brewers can be like, I'm making a prickly bear beer and fucking put it in the brewer there. That's not fucking Four Peaks anymore. They're not doing that. I don't know enough about Greenwood and their styles of beer they make to make that call at all for them. Same with Helva, but I think Helva.
Are you saying Helva won too many categories for this?
Yes, I feel Helva's better at making beer than what this is in general, just because of all the things they won and the beers I've had from them. But yeah, I feel like this is a wilderness.
All right. Do you have a guess on what the beer is?
No. I know Wilderness made a prickly pear beer one time.
So as Chris pulls out, the 2023 Brewery of the Year is Arizona Wilderness.
Oh my gosh, it's the
and the beer is...
It's the July 11th.
Yep.
This tastes like the cup that the July 11th comes in. Oh my god. That is...
There are two beers I buy from Arizona Wilderness.
I've never been so sad to be right in my whole life. That is awful.
I talk a lot of shit about Wilderness, but I will always buy two beers, even though I hate it every single time. Dreamsicle and July 11th.
Dude,
this year I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But then I was like, I have to do it.
And they won for this.
Yep.
No, sorry. They won best
not for this, but
brewery.
They won best brewery.
Okay. Well, listen. There's got to be some other criterion for what the best brewery is then. It's got to be some of those other things we mentioned. Wilderness, good food, man. Their food's delicious. Like, you can't go wrong with their food. They do have some good beers, right? The downtown location is really fucking rad if you've never been there, right? The Gilbert location is cool. It's a cool location, and they have great food. But, like, what are you giving me? Were you giving me a...
Just get you some, give us some notes on the color. Hold on, let me turn on the light.
Oh. Dude, it's bright red. I mean, it's a fucking neon pinky, like, and it's got good bubbles to it. Like, it looks awesome. Like that, if you saw this on an Instagram post, you'd be like, damn, that looks good. Like, right? But there is nothing to this. It just tastes like nothing. It's like somebody brewed this and they forgot to put the hops in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels like there's not even like... I feel like what was his name from Sam Adams, where he's like, the old commercials where it's like, oh, we put fucking so many fucking hops per barrel, and he was like smelling them and stuff, right? And you drink a Sam Adams, and you're like, I don't think there's that many hops in this as much. There's more hops in that than there is in this beer. Like, there's nothing.
Off the can, July 11th is an AZ Wilderness annual tradition steeped in summer nostalgia, brewed with generous amounts of dragon fruit and AZ milk sugar. Aromatic notes of fruit punch pop from Eldorado, Mosaic, Belma, and Citra hops.
Listen, maybe it's the can that's diverting the smell to it, but... Or maybe we also all got COVID, so we walked into the studio.
I cleaned the studio before the show.
No, dude, there's nothing to that beer. Like, it is... It's like... It just tastes flat. Is the best way to put it, I guess.
So Slurpee inspired. It's like watered down Slurpee.
Yeah, it's literally like if you left the Slurpee
like
and
out
just
in the sun.
Yeah. I drank a 3/4 of it, and then like you get all the syrup gone, and it's just the ice that melts. Then you drink that. That's what this tastes like, which is not good. And I think wasn't this a collab between them and how the hell was it originally? It was like
I don't remember. It was
yeah, there was I can't remember the name of the brewery, but it was like a Florida or something like that.
It wasn't Cycle, right? That was a different beer.
No, maybe it was Cycle, but I remember them doing it, and it was just like this like fucking crazy rad thing that they did, and it was really cool. And it's like, we talked to Chase about stuff, and you don't know, especially when you're using fruits, you don't know what things are going to taste like. I mean, you buy like a peach, or you buy something here, and like it doesn't taste like anything. It's just awful sometimes. And sometimes you buy them and they fucking taste amazing. Like, we could have like strawberries up when we were back in Maine. I could smell them in their fucking room. They smelled so good. maybe this was just a fucking batch they bought a ton of dragon fruit for, and it just didn't have anything to it. That being said, I've eaten dragon fruit before, and it normally doesn't have any fucking flavor to it, right? Benefit of the doubt is they had a very bad batch of dragon fruit. But dragon fruit doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to it. So, how do they do it in the past? Because the past ones tasted really good.
Maybe a fuck ton of milk sugar.
Could be. Maybe they just fucking sweetened up or something, but like, I mean, maybe, like, again, if this was too hoppy, it'd be one thing, right? It'd be something.
Yeah,
There's just nothing.
Yeah.
This tastes like water. I feel like I'm going to hydrate with this. I don't know. Thanks, Ed. Thanks for ruining our afternoon.
Do you remember the milky colored one? That was like really like this one looks amazing. You're right.
Yeah.
Remember the one that was all like hazy and like,
right.
purple? Like it was more like purpley than pink.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, dude. We'll see.
Is it better than last year's? Do you remember what last year's tasted like?
I don't remember last
Remember
year's.
it tasted like dirt and like beet.
Oh,
like
that was that.
beet.
Was that this one? That was the beet one? Oh, Jesus. Yeah. This is better than that one. This doesn't taste like beets, like dirt beets, which is awful.
Dirt.
Why do you
beets
keep buying those two awful beers from them? Like,
Listen,
what,
it's the same reason I kept going to Desert Eagle.
just to see?
Just to have ammunition.
All right. Just to see. Benefit of the doubt. Maybe they'll change. Maybe you're wrong.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, I want them to be a good brewery. I want them to make good beer. When I was there buying this, because I didn't have it before I bought it. I bought it blind and didn't taste it. I had the smoked apple goza.
Yeah.
That tasted like somebody found a bottle of Battle Axe, poured it into the kettle, and then just mixed a bunch of applesauce in there.
Wasn't great.
It tasted like peaty, smoky applesauce. It wasn't terrible. Wasn't great. It wasn't like the salty, like caramelized apple that it was in the past, like that.
Yeah.
Not that peaty smoke. It was that like actual smoked apple, like you put it on the grill. I don't know, but that's your best brewery in Arizona. So,
Well,
according to Phoenix Magazine,
fingers crossed at the Arizona Craft Beer Awards, winner is a different brewery then. All right, man, let's wrap this up, man. We need some food in our bodies.
you don't want to finish this delicious beer?
No, I am not going to finish this beer.
You have to.
I'm not,
Why?
because I'm not going to. I'm going to drink some alkaline water instead. Thanks for listening to Road Soda. It was the 30-minute episode that turned into a way longer episode.
I told you it was Road Soda's in name only.
This is Road Soda's plus plus.
Yeah.
This is like a Sparks can.
Yeah.
All right.
So, episode 100's coming up. Maybe
Yep.
some other cool stuff coming up.
Yeah, trying to figure that out. Where we're going to do it is probably the biggest thing at this point. But we got all, for the most part, figured out, I think.
We won't mention the name in case it doesn't happen, but there are emails and meetings being set up that involve us.
Yeah.
Which I thought was hilarious.
Trying to figure some stuff out, too, for that.
So that's funny.
Yes, got that episode. So Nate and I, we didn't record an episode in Maine when we were there. There's way too much seafood and boating and cool stuff going on. So,
We also didn't have the wireless go, and we still can't find the H4n.
yeah, we have no idea where that went, so we'll figure that out. But
So thanks for listening. Zach, thanks for sitting in.
yeah, thanks for being here, Jack.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for enjoying that shitty beer with us.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad about it.
Yeah, well, punch Ed.
Hey, I didn't say I got you a
Thanks.
good beer.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, I guess.
I just said
Fair-
you
fair
was the
enough.
Brewery of the Year beer. Brewery of the Year.
All right, man. Let's wrap this up.
All right.
Thanks
go
for listening.
in
Everybody,
the pool or
if you want to go...
We don't
find
do
more
that
about
on this show. It's a short show, remember?
That's true, but no, you want to find more information about us, where
Go
should they
to hobbycraftsman.beer on Instagram at the Hobby Craftsman. We're also on Threads, whatever the fuck that is.
Are we on- are we on?
I clicked the button.
Do you add us to the
Yeah,
threads? No, Jesus.
I have no idea how it works.
Well,
haven't posted anything. Followed a couple people.
Ed's the threads people now.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, good. Go follow us there, I guess.
So OnlyFans coming soon. I don't know.
Yeah. Listen, gotta buy new equipment. I told Ed I was gonna start doing an OnlyFans for feet, and that he still wears sandals. So
Yep, got them on right now.
he never replied to me, but got some photos ready for you guys. Let's do this.
Yeah, we'll do microphones and feet.
Gross. All right. Thanks
There's
for
your
listening.
best stuff.
Bye.